Okay, part two is where I have my stamps and my dies. So this is where I store all of my wood stamps on these little shelves from IKEA, and they were meant for frames, but I use them for my stamps, as you can see. And then here I have four more of those little shelves, and so I have all of my wood stamps there. And then here I have my planner stamps here, as you can see, always ready to stamp my planner. And then I have my inks, some of my inks that I travel with there. So now I'm going to show you my traveler's notebook stamps. So I'm going to walk very slowly to where that is. And it's over here. As soon as you walk in, you have to close the door because it's here. So the second shelf here is my traveler's notebooks on top. And then underneath is my Heidi Swap stamps here, the little ones that I'm in a kit of the month. So are here. And then the other ones are all here. And this is all planner related stamps that I do use in my planner. And then these are bigger ones, so they go here. So these are all planner related, and they're in this little container that my husband gave me because they were gonna throw out. So half of the stuff either I've been gifted to me, or my husband has found it, or he paid money for it. So I never say no when he finds something that I could use, because these things could be expensive. Like these two things that he did give me, they were very expensive, so that is an investment. So now I'm gonna go back to the closet and I'm gonna show you where I have my stamps and dies. So here, you walk in the closet, some of my stamps are here, and I have them in these big rings, and these are my Santoro little girl stamps, which I love. And then here are my jelly bean soup stamps, which is all different. Here are my Stamp Pendus stamps in the back, which is the little house mouse designs. I have 2 rows of that. And then all the way, let me see if I can go all the way in the back there, is my other stamps from, let me show you, from that company there. So now let me zoom back out. So I have stamps there, and these are Santoro girls. These are Prima girls stamps, and then Prima stamps, the larger ones, and that. And then I have, oops, then I have Dina Wakely mixed media stamps here, and also here. Then I have Ranger, the big stamp here, Tim Holtz. And then this was my very first stamp, Fiskars, that I bought, which I still use. I still use those. Then the second one is my stamp sleeves from Studio Calico. And then my very first heartfelt stamp and the die set I bought. And then this little baby dies. And then these are dies, physic dies. These 2 are to make cards. This one, it's an owl, and this one is a fox. And then comes the, I think it's Heidi Swap. This is the stamp of the month. I have Heidi Swap and then Studio Calico in the back. And that was Stamp of the Month, which I canceled on Studio Calico. Then here are my smaller dies, and I put them in the CD sleeves, and you can see the white card stock is from, I showed you, and I put a little piece of magnet, and that's how I keep my dies. And I do write the names of where I got it, and it goes in alphabetical order, like artsy. So this one has 3 dies in the back of that stamp, and so forth. Here also I have the manufacturer and the dies. So I put, if it doesn't have a stamp, I put the dies in the front. If it does have a stamp, I put the stamp in the front and the dies in the back, so that I could know there's a stamp to it. So let me show you what I'm referring to. Like here is the stamp in the front and then the die in the back. And I make sure and put that is how many dies, what company it's from, and what it is, the description of the stamp. So I have that there. This is my Tonic Studio dies. And then here are, in these bins, I have the stamp and the die in the back. So this one is Spellbinders, all Spellbinders in here. And then these, I know that it's not Spellbinders after this, so that's why I bought these, so that I could put the name on top. So this one is Stampin' Up, and then another company is here. This one is the Stamps of Life. So, and that's what's in there. Now the second shelf to that is only stamps. This is only stamps, and they do have its name, like Art Impression, Bow Bunny, Crate Paper, Echo Park, and these are all stamps. When it's yellow, it only has the stamps. Then here is all die cuts, and so the die cut is gonna show in the front. This is all die cuts on this one. It doesn't have a stamp. Some of them has stamps and some of them don't. So that's how I store mine. So, and then in this one is all stamps from Elizabeth Crafts. This one is all stamps from Elizabeth Crafts. This one is mixed stamps from different companies. As you can see, it started with Art Impressions, and it ends all the way to Tim Holtz. Vicky Booten ends. So these are different stamps. And I left it in its packaging because I don't have an envelope that will store these. As of yet, I haven't found anything. So let me move this and show you what's in the last row. The last row here is all Elizabeth Craft, and this is the planners and the journaling art journal, and these are all dies from her. Then here is AliExpress, I believe. No, Ariel, and it has stamps and dies together. Momenta, paper tray ink, as you can see, is yellow, but it's a darker yellow than that one there, so that I could know that it is dies and a stamp. Everything is color coded. This one is Picket Fence, and it does have dies in the back. And this is Prima, Simon Says, Simple Stories, Sizzix, and all of these are Sizzix. And some of them I left it with the packaging because it came with its own packaging, which I love when Sizzix did that. And Tim Holtz also does that too. And now here is all AliExpress, graphic 45. And these are the ticket, the bigger ticket, job tickets they're called, that I pick up from Amazon. So I put those in here, in these, because these are Ariel pockets and they're too small to store these. But as you can see, I have some that it does fit here. So it goes from AliExpress all the way back, and I don't have anything dividing them, all the way to Spellbinders. So this is all alphabetical order. And then the last one here in the corner is AliExpress also, and Amazon dies that I picked up. So all of this is all AliExpress, all the way down to the back. And then there's some with the job ticket numbers. So the first ones that doesn't have AliExpress there, those are the ones that I picked up from Amazon. So all of these are from Amazon. And so that's how I store my cardstock. I mean my dies and my stamps. And the reason why I put them in the closet is because sunlight makes them yellow. So in order for that not to happen, I store them inside the closet with the door shut, so that my stamps have more of a life shelf and they don't turn yellow. Even though if they do turn yellow, they still work the same, but I just don't want it to turn yellow, because who knows, maybe I'll get tired of the stamp and I want to gift it to someone, and I don't want to gift it turning yellow. So that's why I keep them in the closet. And the light is off. I only turn on the light when I really need it. It's come in here in the dark. So let me put that back in there. And so and we did put this shelf from IKEA, and it fit perfectly in this side. So that's how I store my dies and my stamps. So, and there's more stamps all the way on top from Stampin' Up, as you can see there, but I hardly use those, so that's why I store them all the way up there. So that's how that looks in here. And yep, that is it. So I'm gonna slowly get out of here so that I don't give you a headache. So as always, please give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and let me know if you want to see anything in my craft room in more detail. I would love to show it to you. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.